Hey travel friends, today we're going to be talking about the things to know and the top 5 highlights of the Monterey Bay Aquarium. So let's kick things off with the things to know. First off, we're going to talk about tickets. There are no ticket sales in person at the aquarium. You do need to go online to get your tickets. If you don't have your tickets in advance, that's okay. There are people there to help you scan a QR code so that you can go to the website. Now, when purchasing those tickets, the next thing to know, it's a little steep.
Yeah.
So the adult tickets are $60 for one visit. If you're just visiting, you're just going to have to pay the price. But if you live closer to the area and or you have family members, the season passes seem to be a very good value for your money.
If we lived close to there, we would definitely have a season pass.
For sure.
So the next thing that we're going to talk about probably applies more to season pass holders is that on their website, they have a list of things that are happening that day and for the week. If you kind of want to plan what day to go to the aquarium, just check out their website and there's a list of cool things happening.
Yeah, this is also good to just map out the feeding times. If there are things that you really want to see, make sure you go around that time because feeding times only happen once or twice a day. So you might be sad if you miss it. The final thing to know is parking. So parking is a little steep there. They don't have their own parking lot. There are public parking lots, there's street parking, but what they do offer is a trolley. The trolley can take you all around that downtown area. I believe it's free and it'll stop at those parking lots. So use that to your advantage if you need to park further away.
All right, so let's move on to talk about some of the highlights of the aquarium so that you guys can decide if this is something you guys want to do and sort of also how long you want to spend your time there. So the first highlight would be the Kelp Forest. I thought this was a really, really cool exhibit. You know, we all see kind of like seaweed on the beaches, but really like seeing them in all their like gigantic glory is really, really impressive. And I bet you, I had a kick out of it. I bet you any kid would just be like, whoa, this is really, really cool.
Yeah. On that note, speaking of kids, what's so great about the Monterey Bay Aquarium is the touch pools. Kids love to touch things. They are everywhere all the time and they just want to get in there. So what's really cool are all of the different interactive activities where you can touch the kelp, you can touch stingrays, fish, and there are so many individuals at this aquarium helping you out, educating you while you're touching the kelp.
I can just imagine like if we had a kid and like we had no idea what to do with them for the day. Like,
We would take them there.
Literally, you would just take them there and just like set them near a touch pool, and I bet you they would just have like they would just be so amused for such a long time. It's a great highlight of the aquarium. The next highlight, and this was awesome, were the jellyfish.
Jellyfish are so cool.
Oh my gosh, it was. I mean, just think about it, like, gives me chills how cool this exhibit was. I mean, even if you're not a jellyfish person, I don't even know who would consider themselves.
I mean, you don't want to get stung by jellyfish, right?
But I mean, the variety, the way they had so many, and the colors, like the exhibit was just so great.
I feel like this is one of the better jellyfish exhibits, hands down, because they have your typical jellyfish, the big round ones with the long tentacles. But what they also have are jellyfish I've never seen or heard of. They have a dark exhibit, so you can actually see like the rainbow lighting in the jellyfish.
The inflorescence.
It's just so cool, and they have microscopic ones, like all different sizes and shapes. It was just so well done.
Yeah, I feel like we could have spent so much more time there, just like wandering around.
Next up is going to be the open sea exhibit. This was also a very well done exhibit. It's like this 2-floor aquarium that you can see on different levels. It was literally like the open sea. It had sharks, all different kinds of fish. It was just basically seeing an entire oceanic environment.
It was sort of like being in like the National Geographic videos about just like ocean life and stuff, and it was just great. It's just definitely one of their premier exhibits.
It was very cool. I'd say that was probably also maybe tied with the jellyfish. Like it's one of the top things to do there.
Okay, the last exhibit or the last highlight we're going to talk about is the otter feeding. So I think they feed the otters once or twice a day. It's on their website, like when they do it.
It's one of those exhibits that's actually really small.
Right.
They only have 2 otters, but they walk through, they do a couple different types of training. Some of it's more natural, so they have to go fetch the fish and bring it back. They're also doing it to check the health of the otters, which is really cool.
Yeah.
If you like sea otters and you think they're adorable, cute, unique, etc., don't miss the feeding because it's very educational as well, and you get a nice up close view.
Yeah.
So in looking at how long you should spend or how long you should plan being at the aquarium, it's gonna depend on you and your family's needs and desires. We spent a solid 2 hours there and it was great, but we definitely could have spent more time.
Yeah.
So I would say most people probably spend a half a day due to all the interactive exhibits. If they want to listen to the speakers, there's videos, but you could easily spend an entire day there as well. And then the last plug I'll say is like hit up their store. It's adorable. They have hilarious shirts that say like Otterly adorable or working on my waddle, and it has all the animals. So if you're looking for little gifts or fun souvenirs, the store is the place to go.
Yeah, and it's also supporting the aquarium.
Yeah.
So I think that's great. Yeah. All right, so I think that wraps up for this episode, guys. Please like and subscribe, and also comment below if we missed anything or anything you want to tell us. Okay.
Yeah.
And till next time, guys, happy travels.